things will always be true about everyone. One of those things is that we will all only have one biological mother and one biological father. So, what would possess someone to kill their father in such a brutal way, decapitate him, and then post a video talking about it? I want to tread very lightly on this story for multiple reasons. One of them being that because it is so fresh in the Mohn family's life, I would never want to hurt or insult anyone. And with that, let's get started. Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. It's so greatly appreciated. Truly, truly is. Before we get started, let me give you my usual disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only. Please do not take what I say as fact. Please always do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Next, if you have not liked, subscribed, or commented yet, please consider doing so because it really helps me out. I really, really appreciate it. So, because this case is still in its infancy, there's a huge majority of information that is either not known or has not been released to the public yet. With that being said, the information that has already been released is incredibly disturbing, and it pains me to imagine what things we don't know about yet. But here we go. 68-year-old Michael Mohn, happily married to his wife, Denise. The couple had 4 beautiful children together. Michael Jr., 35-year-old Zachary, 38-year-old Stephanie, and 32-year-old Justin. The family lived in Levittown, Pennsylvania, and though it's not known exactly which children still lived in the home, the youngest, Justin, has been confirmed as living there. Tuesday, January 30th, 2024 at 6:59 p.m. Very, that's what I mean. It's just really just happened. Middletown Township Police are called to the Mohn home for a death investigation. While on their way to the home, police begin receiving updates that started as a man found in a bathtub with a significant amount of blood around him and his head was missing. When police arrived at the home, they found the head located in a bedroom, wrapped in saran wrap and placed inside of a cooking pot. They also found bloody rubber gloves in a second bedroom, and it's that bedroom that is believed to be the room that Justin filmed his YouTube video in. We'll get there in a second. So, Denise tells police that she left the home around 2:00 p.m. that afternoon, and the only people in the home when she left were Michael Mohn and their youngest son, Justin. Justin and Michael's white Toyota Corolla would also be missing at this time. Okay, so let's talk about the video. Justin uploaded a 14-minute and 34-second video titled Mohn's Militia. He was also holding up the head in the video, which I obviously will not do or show you. He makes a call to arms for American patriots, telling his audience that the head is that of Mike Mohn's and that he is now in hell for being a traitor to his country. For context, let's clear this up right off the bat. Mike Mohn was a very respected, very much liked federal employee with the Army Corps of Engineers for 2 decades. His former employees have spoken out and have said they are absolutely devastated about this, that he was a very, very respected man in business, neighbors, friends, family. They were very loved. So this is, I suppose, do what you want with it, but I'm going to tell you from my point of view, it's bullshit what this kid is saying. Or this, well, what Justin is saying. Justin claims that he is the commander of America's National Network of Militia. He then gives orders for all militia and patriots across the USA to kill federal employees. He orders that individuals from the FBI, IRS, and other federal law enforcement, including those that work at the courthouse, be arrested. He orders all federal agents, U.S. Marshals, federal judges, and Border Patrol be captured and tortured for information, then publicly executed. He then tells his audience the address of a federal judge, and orders a bounty not only on his head, but also on the heads of other high-ranking federal officials. The only people he exempts from these orders are state governors and state employees. Let me also, I guess it's probably a good time to point out that there is no known mental health history for Justin. Does that mean he doesn't have mental illness? No, but he's not diagnosed, as far as they are saying, he's not diagnosed with any mental illness or history of mental illness. Okay, so let's talk about who Justin Mohn is. Justin was unemployed at the time of the incident. He was very active on social media, where he would promote his music and his 8 self-published books, which he claims were written to bring positive change to the world. His Amazon biography, that is believed to be Justin writing in third person, reads, "The only thing more absurd than this fiction book is the fact that it is loosely based on the life of author and musician Justin Mohn, whose 4-year stay in Colorado caused multiple lawsuits and changed the possible outcome of the 2020 U.S. presidential election by exposing 3 presidential candidates as corrupt, which forced them to drop out of the race." The lyrics of his music would talk about his debt, his struggles as a white man, and the fact that his dad was jealous of him and wouldn't let him succeed.
You almost killed your son. I know I almost killed you, 'cause you're not my son. Next time I'll use a real gun. If you're not my dad, then just let me live my life. I'll move across the country and find a Spanish wife. You can't do that either. I can't watch you succeed. I'm so jealous. I'd rather watch you bleed. But I am an artist. I wanna be free.
Justin graduated from Penn State in 2014 with a degree in business management, but continuously struggled to hold down a job. He has sued the federal government 4 times. 4 times. For allowing him to borrow money to attend college and not informing him, wait for it, that because he was an overeducated white man, he would struggle to find work. The most recent lawsuit was just last year, the end of last year, for $10 million in damages, and the judge, not surprisingly, threw it out for having no legal standing. I feel like if that was something you could actually win in a court of law, every single college graduate would be doing it. Lord knows I would have done it. I'm just telling you, if that was a real thing, I probably would have done it. Who wouldn't? You come out of college, you're poor. In 2019, he sued Progressive Insurance, who was his employer at the time. The lawsuit stated that he failed to move ahead in the company because he was a man. He was also living and working in Colorado as a contractor for Microsoft. He would end up losing that job after allegedly kicking open an office door. As far as interactions with the law goes, Justin has had 3 of them, 2 direct and 1 indirect. Okay, so once in 2011, when Justin was 19 years old, police were called to the home because Justin was having a dispute with somebody in his driveway. Nothing criminal came of it, and the issue was actually quickly resolved. Then in 2019, Justin reported that he received a threat from someone in Progressive Insurance, which was the one company that he was working for that he was suing. He told police that he wanted it to be documented because he was in the process of suing them for not allowing him to grow in the company because he was a man. Then in 2023, Justin's employer called police to express their concerns about Justin's behavior at work, telling them that they were seeking legal advice because they were planning on letting him go from the company. And police instructed them over the phone to call a lawyer, telling them that they are not equipped to give legal advice, which I feel like why don't you know that? But because nothing criminal had happened, police never even followed up with Justin. They never even reached out to him. In one social media post to his followers, Justin writes, "Even my own family upholds this cult belief and is willing to go to jail to prove it. Donald Trump, if this does not get fixed ASAP, then you will go to jail for the rest of your life after I sue you for everything you own. That's not a threat, that's a promise, bitch." A former college roommate of Justin's at the University of Colorado has come out to say that Justin has shown signs of paranoia since 2016, and he believed that the government was out to get him no matter who was in office at the time. He goes on to say that Justin would have violent outbursts and would often brag to him about fights he was involved in. Then he tells a story about how Justin trashed their apartment one night over dirty dishes. He says that when he came home, there was holes in the wall and a broken mirror. He says that when he confronted Justin about it, Justin told him that he was mad, that he blacked out, and that he doesn't remember doing any of it. Fast forward back to January 30th, police work fast to find Justin, obviously. They begin to ping his cell phone, and it took them to Fort Indiana Town Gap National Training Guard Center in Lebanon County, Pennsylvania, which is about 100 miles away from the home. Justin drove the car past the barriers, climbed the barbed wire fence, and was found inside the secure military facility by Fort Indiana Township Police and State Police. They arrested him without incidents on trespassing on government property and suspicion of murder. Justin was also found with a loaded 9mm gun that was missing one bullet, and that bullet was used on Michael Mohn. After his arrest, Justin told police that he went to Fort Indiana in an effort to mobilize the Pennsylvania National Guard to raise arms against the federal government. He told them that he wanted to speak to the governor to ask him to join forces with militia. January 29th, 2024, Justin Mohn legally purchases the 9mm gun that he used to kill his father the following day. He even turned over his marijuana card in order to be allowed to purchase the gun. This becomes an incredibly important factor for the state should Justin decide to plead insanity, which he may, right? Like, he may. I was really like, I felt a little relieved when they said this during a press conference. It stated that the steps Justin took to purchase the gun shows a clear state of mind and the planning that went into this. So basically, during the press conference, I believe it's the state. They go on to say that legally insane is a very specific definition that states that the person is unaware of the nature and consequences of their actions. Going on to say that with the evidence they have thus far, Justin was acting with a clear mind He was aware of his actions and he was proud of his consequences. Going on to reiterate that there is a clear difference between the term crazy and what is considered to be legally insane. Okay, so look, at this point, let's just all hope that Justin pleads guilty, takes his punishment, and keeps it moving. I can't imagine that family being forced to have to sit through this type of trial because it's truly the last thing that they need. Do I think from the very, very little bit that I know about this dude so far that he will plead guilty? No, I don't. I think that he truly believes that he's justified. So I hope that he does. I don't believe that he will, but just keep this family in your thoughts moving forward. And if anything comes out, I will keep you posted. That's all that is out right now. This is still really, 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 really fresh. But if you guys are still here, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you and I appreciate you so, so, so very much. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you haven't yet and you feel so inclined to. And until next time, stay safe out there.